Hello and welcome to CineBolt. Today, we're going to take a look at the top 5 best war movies to watch on Netflix right now. While there are plenty of incredible and classic war movies to choose from, we focused this list on recent releases from the past decade and also included some fresh additions. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Number 5, MOSUL. MOSUL is a hidden gem Netflix original and action-packed war film that deserves more recognition. It draws inspiration from the real-life 2016 Battle of Mosul, where Iraqi government forces and coalition allies triumphed over ISIS, who had held the city captive for almost 5 years. This movie centers around an Iraqi SWAT team who courageously fight to reclaim their city from the clutches of ISIS. Directed by the talented Russo brothers, MOSUL stands out as an American-made Arabic-language war film that offers a fresh perspective on the conflict in Iraq. This gritty and heart-wrenching masterpiece not only showcases explosive and jaw-dropping action scenes, but it also pays tribute to the unwavering determination of these real-life heroes who refuse to surrender despite facing overwhelming odds. In a nutshell, MOSUL is a must-watch war film that's definitely worth checking out. Number 4, 1917. It is a brilliant British war film directed by Sam Mendes. This cinematic masterpiece takes us back to World War I, where 2 brave British soldiers are given a mission to deliver a crucial message. This message aims to prevent a disastrous offensive attack that could ensnare their allies in a deadly trap, but the catch is that to get to their destination on time, they have to cross through enemy territory. Inspired by real-life anecdotes from Sam Mendes' own grandfather, the story is what I'll call a captivating blend of truth and fiction, and fully immerses viewers in the blood-soaked and treacherous mud trenches of World War I. What sets 1917 apart is its groundbreaking cinematography, in which the film appears to be shot in one continuous take. The film was nominated for a staggering 10 Academy Awards, taking home 3 of them, so it's no wonder why this war movie has captured the hearts of audiences worldwide. Number 3, The Forgotten Battle. It is a Dutch war drama flick that dives into the intense Battle of the Scheldt in November 1944. You can basically picture thousands of Allied soldiers going head-to-head with the German army in good old Zeeland, which was under German occupation at the time. But the twist is, this movie doesn't just stick to the perspective of one side. Oh no, it takes you on a wild ride, showcasing different lives and how they all intertwine despite their crazy different circumstances. Now I noticed some folks out there like to compare this film to big-shot war epics like Dunkirk. And you know what? A whole lot of those viewers actually prefer this little-budget Netflix gem over Christopher Nolan's epic. The Forgotten Battle is a beautifully crafted Dutch war film that deserves way more attention, and it's got everything to satisfy both history buffs and war film fanatics. If you're unfortunate enough to have not watched this underappreciated masterpiece, do yourself a solid and go check it out right now. Number 2, The Siege of JADOTVILLE. This 2016 action war film is directed by Richie Smith and based on the book of the same name by Declan Power. This gripping movie tells the true story of 150 Irish soldiers who are sent on UN peacekeeping duties to the province of Katanga in Congo in 1961. Why? Well, because tensions were escalating in the area and someone had to step in, but little did they know that things were about to get crazy. When the UN decides to go on the offensive, a local warlord brings in thousands of French and Belgian mercenaries to take on the outnumbered Irish company. This film has quickly become one of my all-time favorite war movies, and I can't recommend it enough. The Siege of JADOTVILLE is a brilliant modern classic that you can find on Netflix in almost nearly every region, so be sure not to miss it. Before we get to our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable best war movies on Netflix for all you film buffs to add to your watch list. But hey, you gonna hit that subscribe button or what? Danger Close. In August 1966, at a rubber plantation in Vietnam known as Long Tan, Major Harry Smith and his crew of 108 Aussie and Kiwi soldiers found themselves in quite a pickle. These fellas were young and green, not exactly the most experienced bunch. But boy were they in for a wild ride, as they defend against a whopping 2,500 battle-hardened Viet Cong and North Vietnamese army soldiers, all while taking a beating and running low on ammo. NARVIK. In this action-packed and highly entertaining war epic, the story revolves around the little-known 1940 battles of Narvik. These battles occurred in northern Norway, a crucial location for Germany's iron ore supply, which was vital for Hitler's war machinery, but after 2 months of intense winter warfare, Hitler experiences his first-ever defeat in the war. The Outpost. In this high-octane war action thriller, based on real events and a non-fiction book with the same title, we witness a group of U.S. soldiers as they find themselves in a precarious situation. Stationed in a valley nestled within the Hindu Kush Mountains, they encounter an overwhelming Taliban force in what would become one of the most brutal American encounters during the Afghanistan War. Devotion. Based on the nonfiction book of the same name and starring Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell, this solid war movie that has some stunning aerial combat scenes is set during the Korean War and covers 2 elite U.S. Navy fighter pilots and the sacrifices they made during their service. Number 1. All Quiet on the Western Front. Our top pick for the best war movie on Netflix in recent years is undoubtedly All Quiet on the Western Front. This film follows the story of Paul Ballmer, a young and idealistic teenager who, after being influenced by propaganda at school, becomes eager to serve his country. Alongside his enthusiastic and chest-thumping classmates, Paul enlists in the Imperial German Army 3 years into World War I, but their naive fantasies of heroism quickly evaporates as they face the harsh reality of a battle-scarred northern France. As the horrors of war become unbearable, and as Paul witnesses the death and grave injuries of his friends, he begins to question the sanity of fighting for mere yards of war-torn countryside. All Quiet on the Western Front is often referred to as an anti-war film, as it vividly demonstrates the devastating losses experienced by all sides involved in war. Based on the 1929 novel of the same name, this Netflix hit film received an impressive 9 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. In summary, it is a must-watch war movie that delivers a brutal, powerful, and eye-opening portrayal of the realities of war. It is a true tour de force with a compelling narrative that leaves a lasting impact on viewers, reminding us of the tragic consequences of wars and conflict. That's all for today, and thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can catch all our future content, packed with more movie and series recommendations.